Good evening, it's Yukofons, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can import styles and files from Lesta, commonly known as the RU server, and import them to water tanks. Firstly, what you're going to do is locate your water tanks folder by going into where you launch the game and then go into the game files and say open the game folder. So when you're here, you're going to go to water tanks EU. Can be different for you, can be a different name. You just want to have something like this with res mods, this, and this is very important. We're going to go over that later. There are two important folders that you will need for creating mods. So there's mods, which is straightforward. You have all the mods, and I use Aslane. Or there's also res mod, and it's kind of the one I use. So what you're going to want to do is going to 2.3.0.1, or the latest update is usually all the way down. This go into vehicles, so you're going to create a folder called vehicles. Then you're going to create the folder in which the tank you want to swap and import the 3D model of. So for an example, I'm going to take the object 268. So I'm going to go into Russian. So here you create a folder called Russian. And as you can see, I already have some folders of random tanks of my mod called WOT VSwaps that you can download on Wargaming Mods. And so here you're going to go into 7-zip. For what we are going to do, you're going to need 7-zip file manager as well as WOT XML editor. So we're going to go into 7-zip in the game as well, in the game folder. So water tanks, res, not res mods, res, packages. Here you're going to get a list of all the items in the game. You're going to scroll all the way down. Now you have vehicles level 1, level 2, level 2, and these are the tiers of the game. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 5, tier 6, and you're going to go in the tier that your tank, the tank you want to import the 3D style of is. So in my case, I want the object 268, so I'm going to go into level 10 part 1, vehicles, Russian, and then I'm going to search for it. So here we have it already, object 268. And here you're just going to get the name of the tank, the reference, R88. So you're going to click a second time on it, copy, and then create new folder called Control V, R88 object 268. So this will tell the game that it will load it here. Double click on it, and now it's empty. Now you go back into your 7-zip, and of course, for this tutorial, you're actually gonna need the game called tankov or RU server. You are going to need it on your PC, so installed. Because if you don't have it, you won't be able to access the files. So tankov, tanky, and like water tanks, res, packages, scroll all the way down. You want to take the style that you need. So as well here, Russian, and object 268 scans, and this is where you could actually need paint.net because it will allow you to open DDS files. So here, for example, I can double click this. You need to check for an AM file, guns for example, and here you can actually see what the style is looking like. So this is not the one I want the blue one. So I'm going to go search. So this is not this one, proxy is not good. Part 3, search again, guns on 1, and it's not this one, so it's of course the one up. Let's check this, holder 1, and that is the one I want. So then I'm going to take the crash normal and put it in this folder, put it in this folder, as well as all textures. Bam. I'm going to do that for part 2. Again, normal crash in all the textures. And again, part 1, take this and paste it in R88 object 268. So then what you have here is all the files. What is a bit difficult to do is swapping the tracks, so we're not going to do that. You can delete the proxy, it has absolutely no use. We're going to delete the text formats as well, you don't need them. This will reduce the file size. Equipment we will need, holder 1, chassis we won't need because we won't be swapping it. And in this position, you don't want lot 1, lot 2, lot 2, lot 3. These are unnecessary and will make your life a lot easier if you don't only work with lot 0. So here as well, as for the textures, delete the chassis and do the same for the crash model. And in the crash model, delete as well the chassis. So now you have all the textures piled into one folder, and here there's only one last thing to do, and it's edit the XML with the XML editor. So it will look hard the first time you do it, but I can assure you it's pretty simple. You're going to want to start this with the XML editor, so Kernel1, double click on it, and here you have this. So always, and I mean always, every time there is a .model, you want to delete the extent and parent. Then here you can see vehicles, Russian, R88 object 268, skins, R88 object 268, 3DST, wall. That's not what we want. We will delete this part because it will reference the skin, and since in water tanks this doesn't exist, it will just crash the game. So remove that and we'll say vehicles, Russian, R88 object 268, normal, .0, gun 1. That is good. We click save. And we're going to do that with all of them. Now with the gun 01 visual processed, save. You're going to save it for every single one, which will decrypt it and allow us to open it with Notepad++. When you get here, scroll all the way down, and now you have what the game will reference as a texture. Vehicles, Russian, skins, object 268, and that's not what we want. So we're going to select all the way until this, right here. And then you're going to press Ctrl F. This will open this page. Then say replace, copy this, enter this. And what you want to enter is the path that is present right here. So here the path that is present is vehicles, Russian, R88 object 268, normal.0. I'm going to go back inside, and here you have vehicles, Russian, skins, R88 object 268. That's not what we want, so we're going to delete all this. So here you're going to go there and delete all of this, as well as this. And so it will load vehicles, Russian, R88 instead of the skins object. Replace all, and now as you can see, it is right. You're going to press Ctrl S, and you're going to do the same with all of them. So Ctrl F, replace, replace all, close, Ctrl S, close, again, edit with Notepad, Ctrl F, replace, replace all, close, Ctrl S. And now that you have this, you can already start the game and see how it looks. See if you have done any issues. Then once you have done that, you will go into water tanks, into purchase vehicle, then the nation of the tank you swapped, so in my case it's Russia, and then click on the tank you swapped, so object 268. And now, as you can see, the 3D style that was from your tankov is now on the water tanks, and you can now use it. And it kind of looks cool actually. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial on how to create custom 3D models.
Tanks Plus Core is the usual subscription that has everything you love. The AM39 Gendron Samua, as well as the Forged in Fire 2D style and
3 days of premium account.
Er ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. Grau und grau. Бой начинается. Я пробил.